فلا هادي له مرشدا. ثم الصلاة والسلام دائمين متلازمين متطابقين على سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم على آله وأصحابه ومن اتبع سنته إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، أيها المستمعين الكرام، فإن موضوع الخطبة اليوم يدور أو يحل أو يحيط حول ثلاثة أشياء التي أمرنا الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يعمل أو أن يفعل، وثلاثة أشياء التي نهى الله سبحانه وتعالى بالاجتناب عنه. وهذه الأمور يوجد في سورة النحل آية 90. يعني هذه ستة أمور يوجد فيها آية واحدة، حيث قال الله سبحانه وتعالى ولم يزل يقول إن الله يأمركم بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أيها المستمعين الكرام، will base on three things that Almighty Allah enjoins me and you to do, or which He commands me and you to do. And He also denies or wants us to stay away from other three things. He commands us to do three and asks us to stay away from the three. 3 plus 3 equals 6 mathematically, and these 6 things are comprised in only one ayah in Quran 16 verse 90, which I read and say, He asks us to, He commands you to do justice. Ya'murukum bil adl, that is the first one. Wal ihsan, and to do good. Wa ita'i dhil qurba, and to give things to the next kin, to those who are near to you. After that, He says, and then stay away from three things. What are they? Ya'murukum bil adli, wal ihsan, wa ita'i dhil qurba, wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi. All these 6 are in Surah An-Nahl. Ayyuhal mustami'in al-kiram, what is the justice? Wa ma huwa al-adl? Ma huwa al-adl? What is the justice? Al-adl or al-adlu huwa al-hukmu bil-istiwa. It means to place things in a certain place, to place things accordingly, to point the finger to where the finger is supposed to go to. That is what we call justice. And this justice, or to do justice, I divide it here into 3 places, or 3 categories. The first one is to do justice between you and your God, to be just between you and your God. In what sense? The first one is to be pious to Him, to be a good servant or a good bondment to Him. Do what He commands you to do. When it's time to pray, you go to the mosque at the appropriate time. When it is time to fast, you fast, and you do not do this thing in order for people to praise you, that, oh, look at that man, he always fasts. When it's time to give zakah, to give something to somebody else, that the person in your right side will not know what you give to the person in your left hand. So, and know that when you are worshiping your God, you worship Him as if you are seeing Him. The Bible says, اعبدوا الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. Worship Him as if you see Him. Definitely, you have to know, be sure that if you do not see Him, He sees you. Almighty Allah sees you, because هو أقرب إليك من حبل الوريد. He is near to you than what you think is closest to you. By worshiping Allah, it means you do just within you and your God. The second phase in the justice is to do just to yourself. To yourself. How can you be just to yourself? If you stay away from taking food, you are doing injustice to yourself. You should take food. You should eat. Because when you eat, there are some components that serves your body. But if you stay away from it, you are killing yourself. And by killing yourself, you are doing injustice to yourself. But if you eat, don't eat too much. If you eat too much, that is another injustice. Because you will not feel, there is no peace in eating too much. When you want to recoup, you won't be able to do so. When you want to lie down, you won't be able to do so. So you have to make everything accordingly, make it appropriately. So be in the middle. So that is one of the doing justice to oneself. Stay away from taking alcohol, because it's something that can do something to your brain, to your head, to your manner. You will not know what you are doing again. There are some ignorance. They will say that, let's say if they are in a state of incomfortability, they will say that, okay, they want to drink alcohol, so that one will keep them forget the miserable that they are. You are lying to yourself. And this one can even do more injury to you. So, some people are taking too much of, smoke too much. Though some people will say that, okay, it is recommended by my doctor that I should take it. Well, if your doctor says that you should take it, it will not ask you to take it more than necessary. And definitely there must be a remedy for something else other than this thing. That is part of doing justice to yourself. And the last one on the justice, which I place into 3 phases, is between you and other fellow human beings, between me and you, between you and me, between you and him, between him and her, between her and him. In what way? This one, it has categories. If you happen to be a ruler of a state, of a country, Be just. Do justice to your subjects. Give them what is appropriate to each one of them. When it is time to collect things from them, like taxes or whatever, make it accordingly. And know that this tax that you are collecting from them should be given back to them. You have to do your strategy on that. We have the example of this one from Umar bin Khattab, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, which it's a kind of it's a story that we always listen to. Umar bin Khattab, when he was a Khalifa, he would go around the city and see what is going on there. He's not doing tajassus, that's another thing. But he will go and see how things are going, how people are feeling, and listen to the comment of the people. Am I doing good? Am I doing right things? Or am I doing wrong? Then one day, he was going in the street and he saw a man, a Yehudi, who was begging, fi sabilillah, or fi sabilil ghayb. He was asking the people to give him. Then Umar asked the man, "Oh, you man, why are you begging?" The man said, "Well, as you see me now, I'm old, I have no job. And even if I got a job, there's no power to do it." So Umar bin Khattab said to himself, "Well, we have to do justice also. If we are able to collect taxes from you or jizya from you when you are youth, we should be giving you when you are at old age." Then he commanded the secretary of the Beit al-Mal to give a certain amount to this man. This is type of things that the ruler should do. You should not be selfish. That's only you and your family. Not like that. You are the ruler, and you will be asked how you deal or are dealt with the subjects. If you happen to be a judge, that is for the ruler. If you happen to be a judge, or you are given opportunity to settle disputes between the two disputants, do not take side, because this one is from your tribe, or from your country, or from your campaign, or from your locality, and you favor him against others. Do not do that. وَإِذَا حَكَمْتُمْ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ أَنْ تَحْكُمُوا بِالْعَدْلِ. Al-Qist, that is the synonym for adl. Straight in whatever you are doing. Do not side, or do not take side. We have a story for this one also. Amr ibn As, radiyallahu anhu, when he was a governor in Egypt, his son and one of the common people, they are having a kind of race, horse race. And these common people happen to be fast and beat the son of governor in the race. Then the son of the governor, which is son of Amr ibn As, he was so frightened. How dare you win me? You become fast, and give slap to the man. he's son of nobody. What can he do? If he tries to do anything, he will be beaten more than that. So he kept silent, and later he referred the case to Umar ibn Khattab in Medina. Then Umar ibn Khattab asked the man to come from Egypt. When he came, he asked the person to retaliate, to do what his son has done to him. Look at this. Amr ibn As was saying that I do not take side, but Umar ibn Khattab was trying to emphasize something there, which means you shall be just. Nobody, there is no segregation, or there is no, privilege for some people over others. If you happen to have privilege of being in a place, because there is another ayah which says that but if you are there, try to be just, do justice, and be just to yourself. Try to be just. If you are a reporter, you happen to be a reporter, a journalist, or a critic that's trying to write something, to portray something, portray it in a normal way. Do not increase the news and do not decrease it. La tanqus wa la tazid. Do not reduce and do not increase. Be just. If you are the manager of a company, you say you are the manager, but you are not the owner. Don't say, well, I'm just taking my salary. If the company, profits, I don't care. If it loses, I don't care. What I care for is my salary, to get my salary at every month. That is injustice. Or the people, your workers, are trying to sabotage the company's name. Do not accept this. Do not incline into the sabotage of the company, because this is where you are taking your meal. If you are a husband of a wife, try to be just to your wife. Even if you are having 2 wives, 3 wives, which is not common, I know, but be just between them. If you give, there was a story on this one about some people who are having, let's say you have 2 wives. The first one has 5 children, and the second one has 2 children. And you said that it happens that you will be giving each one of them, you said that you want to be just, and you are giving each one of them 2 bags of rice every month. You say, okay, because we hear the Postgraduate that we have to be just, so I have to be just between my wife, so I will give each one of them 2 bags. That is injustice, because the one that has 5 children needs more than the one that has 2 children. Not that when they say justice, that means you have to be equal, it means you have to you have to give each one of them 2 bags. No, the one that has 5 children should be taking at least 4 bags. Then the other one will take 2 bags. That is justice. Are you understanding al-kiram? My dear colleagues, my dear professors, and my dear friends, Almighty Allah أمرنا الله سبحانه وتعالى بالعدل في الحكم وفي العمل وفي القول وفي الكتابة والشهادة والإصلاح بين المتنازعين وتقدير الجزاء مع الزوجة. If you are written, if you are doing anything, try to be just in whatever you are doing. Are you understanding? المستمعين الكرام يأمركم بالعدل, that is justice. The second one is ihsan, to do good. How can you do good? What is the meaning of good? Goodness. Okay? One of it is to do good to your neighbors. To do good to your neighbors. Hadith says, من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليكرم جاره ومن كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليكرم ضيفه. Whoever believes in his Creator, in his God, and in the hereafter, he should respect his or her neighbors. Visit them if they are sick. Do not be like some of politicians. It's only when they want to do something, they want to become MP or councillor or whatever, they will go from door to door, from house to house. How are you? How are you? How are you? And after the election, alas, they don't know you. No, don't do that. Don't only be selfish to yourself, that it's only when you need something from the people that you go to them. They are your neighbors. Try to know one another. There are some people in the same apartment, in the same condominium. They don't even know one another, and they have been there for 5 years, 10 years. You approach, some people come out and go in, no salam alaikum. Even say salam. And then when some people want to say salam, instead of say salam alaikum, they say salam. Dead to you. And it's common amongst we students also these days. Whenever they want to send a message to say salam alaikum, they sound. Akum. What's the meaning of akum? Alaikum is alaikum. I'm not saying alaikum. As-salamu alaikum. If you say salam, salam. But when you say salam, it means death on you. Fall on you. أيها المستمعين الكرام, do good to your neighbor. Do good to your ضيف. فليكرم ضيفه. The visitors. The visitors. There was something like a story also. A kind of people, whenever they want to greet, when they see a visitor or something like that, they will say, "Oh, assalamu alaikum, kayf halak, amile, tamam." Once you take a step behind, you say, what he's trying to say is that when he see you, he greets you, "Oh, how are you? Kayf halak, how is everything? How is everybody?" After you move, may Allah destroy you. May Allah damage or demolish your house. Do I know you? But you will not say it. Good. That is not good things. Are you a Muslim like Quran? I'm not doing good things. Is to remove danger from the road. When you see that this is danger, or you see that your brother is going towards, a kind of something which is not good, try to call him back. That is a mark of doing good. And not doing good is to help the needy. All those who need, give them. Because Allah fi awna al-abdi, ma kana al-abdu fi awna akhihi. If you help, Almighty Allah will help you too. You have the people that you have the orphans with you. So you see that we have father and mother. Even they are not orphan, but they cannot even avoid to take the food 3 meals a day, and you have surplus. Hey, why can't you give it to them instead of wasting, instead of putting it in the garbage? Give it to the people before it becomes rust. This is part of this kind of things to do. The third one is giving to those who are near to you, the nearest person to you. First, then to the people. I will explain this one. The kinship. Be friends to them and give them what they are entitled to. One day, a man went to Prophet Muhammad and he asked, "O prophets, who is the best person that I should be friend to?" Man ahaqqu nas bil musahaba. Then Prophet said, "Your mother." The man asked again, "And who?" The Prophet repeated himself, "Your mother." The third time, he said, "Who is the best person that I should be friends with?" Then he said, "Your mother." Then the first time, he said, "Your father," which means the nearest person to you is your mother, that you should do a good deeds too. After that, your father. But if you want to bring them together, that is where Almighty Allah says that Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَ عِندَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُل لَّهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُل لَّهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. This one also is a kind of explanation to the ayah that we are saying, or that we are treating. Because for which Almighty Allah commands you not to worship anybody except Him. That one goes with Yamurukum bil Adl. That is, commands you to do good. The second one we say, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, and to do good to your parents. It's equals, or it's equivalent to يَأْمُرُكُمْ بِالْعَدْلِ وَالْإِحْسَانِ. Our ihsan here, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا here. Do good to your parents. Whether only one of them attained the old age with you, or both of them. The best person after your mother is your father, then your children, your offspring, direct children. After that, your brother and your sister from your mother, if your father happens to have two wives. But if it is only one, so your father, your brother and sister from your mom, then your brother and your sister from the same father. After you have that, then back to your mom, your mother's side. That is a category of Al Qurban. Then after that, after you settle all what we can call your family, not only nuclear family in these things, but extended family. So 40 houses in your right side. This is your house. Then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until 40 houses. They are your jiran, they are your neighbors. Then 40 houses also from your left side. 40 houses in front of your house. Then out the back. All those people are your neighbors. Do good to them. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم والمسلمين والمسلمات في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها. استغفر الله يا فاصل استغفر. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا محمد. The ayah that we are treating. The first part is 3 things that He commands you to do. Now the 3 things that He asks you to stay away from. نهينا سبحانه وتعالى عن الثلاث وهي الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي. Allah forbids you and me. He wants you and me to stay away from three things: indecent deeds, things that you also know by yourself that this thing is not good. Don't do it. It's indecency. Run away from it. All evils, all Allah prohibits you to stay away from. Try to stay away from it. Don't do things that will harm your friend because you want to become a manager and somebody is deputy manager, somebody is about to be manager, you are behind him, but because you want to supersede him, then you frame, you cannot a kind of, a lie against him, so that you drop him out, then you become a manager. Do not do this. Do good to your neighbor. And this says, Wallahi la yumin, Wallahi la yumin, Wallahi la yumin. Then you compile and say, okay, who is not a believer? Indeed, it's not a believer. Indeed, it's not a believer. He said, who is not a believer? He said, a person who is neighbor is not, which his neighbor do not have confidence in. They do not believe that he cannot harm them. Among the munkar is to mock somebody else. They mock. لا تسخروا قوم من قوم عسى أن يكون خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى أن يكون خيرا منهن ولا تلمسوا أنفسكم ولا تنبذوا بالألقاب. Do not call your friend the name that he does not like because you want to provoke him, you want him to become to announce, then you call him bad name. Do not do that. إن هذه تذكرة فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه سبيلا. اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا حاجة من هوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا قضيتها ويسرتها يا رب العالمين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم آمين اللهم آمين. وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. يرحمكم الله.
May Allah be with our sister.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونشكره ونستعينه ونعوذ بالله من شرور وزكاة أعمالنا. أستاذ الكبير بروفيسور دكتور أجمل عبد الرزاق على الدروس، زملائي وزملائي في إستاك المعهد العالمي للفكر والحضارة، وضيوفنا الكرام الذين أتوا من بلاد بعيد تشاينا، ولكن هنا أقرب من تشاينا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم إلى جامعة الإسلامية العالمية عامة وإلى المعهد الفكري بالحضارة خاصة. هذا بيتكم أو وطنكم الثاني، فأهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. قبل كل شيء لكي لا نطيل الوقت، سأنادي أحد زملائي لأن القرآن يقول: من أراد الدنيا فعليه بالقرآن، ومن أراد الآخرة فعليه بالقرآن، ومن أرادهما فعليه بالقرآن. ونحن المسلمين ندعو كل يوم ونقول: ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. إذا نريد هذه الدنيا ونريد من الآخرة. إذا نفتتح جلستنا هذا بتلاوة القرآن من أحد العلماء في هذه المعهد، وهو طالب في مرحلة الدكتور، واسمه برادر يوسف ما، وهو من تشاينا، هو جاينيز. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم، فليتفضل مشكورا. ذلك من الشاهدين، فشكرا جزيلا يا أستاذ يوسف الذي أعطاه الله صوتا كريما وصوتا ملموسا وصوتا ما شاء الله، بارك الله فيه وفينا جميعا. فإن البرنامج اليوم سيكون فكرتين. الفكرة الأولى يكون فكرة صباحية من 10 يعني الذي بدأنا حتى الساعة 12:30، وبعد ذلك سنتناول الطعام أو الغداء ونصلي صلاة الجمعة. وفي الساعة 2:30 سنعود هنا لكي نتابع برنامج الثانية. والآن الموضوع الفكرة الأولى هذا هو تعريف. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى: إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. والآن سنقوم بالتعريف. والتعريف الأول يعني ممكن أنا أولى بأن يفعل ذلك. أريد أن أعرفكم أستاذنا، هو الأستاذ الكبير وهو المسؤول عن البرنامج هذا، ألا وهو الأستاذ الدكتور سيد أجمل الأيدروس. Just to let them see you around. عفوا الإزعاج. أريد أن تعرف من أعضاء الطلبة في هذه المعهد. سوف أبدأ يعني الأيمن فالأيمن ولو كان أبو بكر في الشمال، الأول الأيمن فالأيمن ولو كان أستاذ الكبير محفوظ في الشمال. سوف يتفضل يا أستاذ إسماعيل. الأيمن فالأيمن. أنا وقفت على أستاذ إسماعيل، قل اسمك واسم دولتك وبرنامجك الذي
السلام عليكم. بعضكم تعرفونني، أنا يوسف من الصين ومن إندونيسيا. أنا هنا منذ 5 سنوات تقريبا. عملت ماجستير في أصول الفقه، والآن في مرحلة الدكتوراه، آخر مرحلة من مراحل دراستي.
مسؤوليتنا تجاه المجتمع الإسلامي في الصين، والذي سيقوم بهذا الموضوع هو شيخ يوسف مها، فليتفضل مذكورا وأترك ملعب له لكي يلعب كما يشاء. فليتفضل، الكرة في ملعبك. المحاضرة وقلت أترك الملعب له لكي تلعب كما تشاء. انظر كيف هذا من بركة الله. جزاكم الله كل خير الجزاء ونفعنا وإياكم. ذكر لنا بعض الأشياء الكثيرة التي يدل حول مسؤوليتنا تجاه المجتمع الإسلامي في الصين. ما مسؤوليتي أنا؟ ما مسؤوليتك أنت؟ وما مسؤوليتنا جميعا؟ علينا أن ننتبه إلى هذا. ومن المسؤولية هو الإخلاص الذي ذكر لنا أستاذ يوسف، وأن نعمل من العلم، نطلب العلم الذي من المهد إلى اللهد، والصدق والتواضع. هؤلاء الأمور هو الذي ذكر لنا أستاذ يوسف، بارك الله فيه وفينا جميعا. الآن نفتح الباب لمداخلات والملاحظات أو اختراعات من العلم. إذا كان لديك السؤال أو اختراعات أو مداخلات فليتفضل. لا، ليس من الأئمة فقط، من جميع، سواء من الأئمة أو من الطلاب. أوكي. أبدأ من الرفعة في الدور الأول، ألا وهو أستاذ إسماعيل، ثم أستاذ يوسف محفوظ، وبعد ذلك أستاذ حسن درجات. تفضل.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. جزاك الله خير أستاذ يوسف على هذه المحاضرة القيمة. نسأل الله أن يجزيك خير الجزاء. عندي سؤالان.
Malay. But today we are talking about Arabic. So what is Arabic language? In everything in this world, or when we are talking in terms of learning, you must define the concepts that you are going to talk about. There must be a definition. And by knowing where you are going, it means you define what you have. That's why we start with definition. Because if you don't know where you are going, you don't know your destination, how can you reach there? Okay? So, though we are, then I say that ما هي اللغة العربية؟ ما هي اللغة العربية؟ اللغة العربية هي لغة القرآن. وما هو القرآن؟ هو الكتاب المقدس في الإسلام، وهي في مرتبة السادسة في ترتيب اللغات في العالم، وهي اللغة الأم لحوالي 186 مليون نسمة، وينتشر استخدام هذه اللغة في كل العالم الإسلامي. هذه عبارة مبسطة أو قصيرة عن اللغة العربية. بمعنى Arabic language is the language of the Holy Quran. And what is Holy Quran? Holy Quran is the book of Islam, scripture which was revealed by Allah through angel Jibril. هو كتاب الذي أنزله الله سبحانه وتعالى بواسطة الله خليك بواسطة جبريل إلى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. It ranks 6th in the world language table of language، وهي في مرتبة السادس في ترتيب لغات في العالم. اوكي؟ وما هم الناس الذي يتحدث بهذه اللغة؟ هم يسمونهم العربي، وهم 186 نسمة مليون، ينتشر من المغرب من المغرب إلى أقصى في فلسطين، ومن الحدود في حجاز حتى السودان في أفريقيا. هذه يسمى دول العربي. Those are the areas where they take Arabic as their mother language. But not only them are speaking this language. Okay? But we have, or this language is useful or are being used throughout the Islamic or Muslim world. Here in Malaysia, we are not Arabic country, but we are learning Arabic and we are speaking it. أنا لست عربي، ولكنني تعلمت العربي وحاولت أن أتحدث بالعربي، ولكنني لست عربي. So I'm not an Arab. No, I don't want to use that one so that you not look like عصبية. أتدري ما هو عصبية؟ لا أريد أن أقول ذلك لأن هذا بفضل القرآن. Okay, it is also widely used throughout the Muslim world. Malaysia is a Muslim world, Indonesia, Philippines, and so on and so forth. Now, after we've already defined what is Arabic language, okay, and we mentioned we are in the place where they use this Arabic language. Okay, this is the core of our program. What is the way forward? How can we improve it? How can we improve it? We have a lot of ways to improve your Arabic. Not only Arabic language, but all languages. All languages, they have the same way by improving it. One of the ways is to read a lot of items and gather vocabularies. تقرأ أشياء كثيرة، تقرأ كتب كثيرة وتجمع مفردات. الله يخليك. وتجمع مفردات. وما هو مفردات؟ Vocabularies. So you read a lot. Read anything and try as much as possible to تجمع, to collect or to gather the new vocabularies. That is the first step, or one of the ways. Another way is to listen to radio. Radio that's speaking the language that you want to improve yourself in. In Arabic language, they call it izar. You can listen to izar al-Quran, you can listen to izar min al-izaat. Then, listen to TV, television, televaz. بعض الناس يقولون تلفاز وبعضهم يقولون تلفزيون. إذا قلت تلفاز أهلا وسهلا. إذا قلت تلفزيون فمرحبا. Okay, so and then listen to Arabic speakers, those who are speaking Arabic. But here I will tell you something here. But listen to Arabic speakers or Arabic native speakers. You have to take note of two things. One of them is that not all the speakers, when they are speaking day-to-day language, they will not speak Fusha. Okay? But if you want to improve yourself, حاول أن تتحدث أو حاول أن تتعلم باللغة الفصحى. ولكن هناك لغة آخر يسمى عامية أو لغة الشوارع كما يسمونها بعض الناس. Okay? So that one is just, or لغة السوق. Okay? So that one is just intersection language. Okay? But if you want to learn, it's better you learn by Fusha. Because if you learn Fusha, any country that are speaking Arabic that you go, you will be relevant. But if you learn Amiya, which Amiya you want to learn? Do you want to learn Egyptian dialects or Saudian dialects or Kuwait dialects? Or which one? But if you learn Arabic, if you learn Fusha, you will be able to speak in any of those countries. In Egypt, they will say, Amile, Amile. بمعنى كيف حالك أو زيك الله يخليك يا بنت إيه زيك بس هناك إيش شلونك؟ That is for Khalij. إيش شلونك? But they are saying the same thing. But when you say كيف حالك أهلا وسهلا فمرحبا, everybody understand this. Okay? So listen to Arabic speakers, especially when we are in teaching environments or learning environments. Okay? Another thing is you have to watch. That is the second step or second point. Another point is to watch Arabic programs. You watch a lot of programs. You watch a lot of films. يعني تفرج إلى الأفلام والبرنامج. You can say برنامج, you can say sometimes they say برمجة, but I prefer برنامج. Okay? So تفرج إلى أفلام وبرنامج وأشياء وما أسباب ذلك. After you are doing these 3 steps, there is one important thing which you must do also, which all of you have already mentioned. When somebody says that we come here to learn, okay, that is we read or we gather vocabularies. Somebody said that we come here to see how to speak or to practice. So now we come to the practice. Practice with your friends. Okay? Let's say you read 2 or 3 pages today and you got let's say 5 or 6 new words. Try to know how to use these words and try to practice with your friend. We'll do a short practice after this. Practice with your friends. Oh, this one, I learned this language and this word, this is new word. So I want to see how I will be able to use it. He said that you want to know how you pronounce it. Because pronunciation is very, very important, especially in Arabic. Because when you want to say a word, you want to pronounce ga and you pronounce ka, definitely the meaning will change. Okay? So try as much as possible to know how to pronounce at least أقرب إلى الصحيح إن لم تكن صحيحة تماما. If it's not, if it is not real or appropriate, at least try to be near to. Okay? So speak with your friends. Speak with your friends. Okay? Sorry. So speak with your friend. And another one, which is very, very important, is to find a tutor, to find a guide, to find a teacher, or to find somebody, it may not be a teacher, but just a kind of tutor that will say, when you say something, say, oh, this one is right and this one is wrong. When you have that one, when you take these 5 steps, you will see that definitely your language will improve. لا تنسى قلت الأول أو الخطوة الأولى هو أن تقرأ قراءات كثيرة وتجمع المفردات. والثاني تسمع إلى إذاعة وإلى تلفاز. وكذلك بعض الناس الذين يتحدثون أو يتكلمون بهذه اللغة. ولا تنسى أن تفرق أو سمع وبصر ونظر أن تنظر إلى البرنامج والأفلام وما أسباب ذلك. هذا ليس النهاية، بل هناك خطوة آخر وهو أن يتحدث مع زملائك. أوكي؟ سواء من دول العربي أو من دول الأجانب الذين يتحدثون باللغة أو الذين يرتقى في أو الذين ماهر في هذا اللغة. وآخرا ابحث عن المعلم أو معلمة. Okay? On this, we have one Imam called Imam Zarnoji. He says, ألا لا تنال العلم إلا بستة سأنبئك عن مجموعها بالبيان: ذكاء وحرص واختبار وبلغة وإرشاد الأستاذ وطول الزمان. ألا لا تنال العلم، ألا لا تجد العلم، ألا لا تعرف العلم، ألا لا تستطيع أن تتحدث بهذا اللغة إلا إلا بحضور 6 أشياء. وما هو هذه الأشياء؟ سأقول لك بالبيان. ذكاء، لابد أن تكون ذكي. وليس ببليد. لابد أن تكون ذكي وحرص. لابد أن يكون فيك دافع إلى هذا اللغة واختبار وبلغة. ليس هناك فقط، ولكن إرشاد الأستاذ وطول الزمان. Knowledge is unattainable. You cannot attain the knowledge. You cannot get it. You cannot improve in speaking language. Except you have 6 things, or except you follow 6 steps. I will explain these steps to you systematically. Okay?